Three guys sitting in a dark room that smells like bad cucumbers.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Inconceivable!
Now featuring 11 listeners.
This is the Unique Geek.
You slimy scumbag, get on your face and give me 25.
This is the Unique Geek.
And welcome to another edition of 50 Days of DragonCon, the podcast that just keeps on marching down the street until it hits its endpoint, which is at DragonCon. That makes sense, right? And joining me as always is our Grand Marshal. That's a callback to something nobody else heard. Lee, how you doing?
You're a bad person. Hi, I'm good. I will let everybody know you're very likely going to hear my dog at some point today. He's cute. Okay. We love him, but he's probably going to be barking. So sorry. But there we go. Hi. Do you know what is live today?
The
app.
Us?
Oh, well, we are live, but the app is live. Do you know what else?
What else?
It's updated. It's got like real stuff now. I got to go find out if that thermonuclear bomb thing is on there. But it is up. It is up.
Thermonuclear bomb? What are you talking about?
There was one on Thursday on the app that it was like build your own thermonuclear weapon.
Really?
You don't listen when I did my own, did you? Okay, so there's that. A couple of other things we want to do. It's very easy. There will be stuff online to tell you this, but if you open your app, and Zan, thanks for sending this, but if you open your app and you click on My Events, then you can go and look through events and add them to your calendar. You can also go through events and search and then hit a little heart button and they'll pop over. So it's really easy. They've got the info on there. Actually, if it's your first time or since the app's been opened, whatever, they will also, it has a little tutorial it'll take you through. So there's that. I also got a picture sent to us today. What?
Real quick, Jenny and Zan point out that the bomb making has been canceled.
Oh no!
No thermonuclear! Oh, too bad! No thermonuclear devices! Darn it!
Well,
Shucks!
I mean, if it was little, I could power.
If it was little,
yes,
but
just a small.
That's what Oppenheimer said too. Yeah, let's just make a little one, just a tiny little thing.
Just a tiny.
Oh, wait a minute!
It doesn't work that way, did it?
Perhaps I've changed the world in a way we didn't want it to get changed.
Very upset about that. I'm gonna cry. But yes, so it's that. But I also got sent a picture. They are every year. Many of the hotels do different updated desserts, and they do them for DragonCon. The Hilton is serving one that is Super Mario Brothers theme. Somebody else is just putting there. And guess what, folks? It's awesome. It's a bomb of chocolate. It's a bomb of chocolate.
Where would I find that?
I saw it on, I think it was YouTube. Hold on. YouTube. You gotta go find it. Hilton Atlanta, Facebook.com watch. It's the Hilton Atlanta Facebook.
Okay.
So John will be looking at that.
Yeah, good news, you keep talking.
Yeah, right. It's the Southern Elements restaurant in the Hilton, which, if I am correct, is the one as soon as you walk in the Hilton and you go to the left. That's their kind of that one. So go there. It's where the really loud music DJs are, right in the lobby of the Hilton. It's very good. It's awesome. I'm going to go try that dessert, probably share it with my niece and nephew. And then I'm going to have to fight them with my spoon in order to make sure I get my part. Which is going to be great. Now, do also remember on the app, the great thing about the app is you can make friends. So there's friends codes. You ask somebody to be your friend, and then they turn around and will ask you to be their friend. It's not like if John and I were going and John says, "Hey, be my friend." I could see John's schedule, but John couldn't see my schedule. So then I have to say, "Hey, John, be my friend." And then we can both see each other's schedule. It's really, really wonderful. You can put your stuff. Wait, no? Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. You have to make friends on both sides. Make friends on both sides. The other thing is, I'm going too fast. Breathe. There we go.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I was just trying to get through a lot of stuff way too fast, and I don't know why. The other stuff is you can actually put in your own schedule. Like if you're volunteering or if like you like your parents and you got to swap a kid, you can do that. Zan just put the Facebook Watch link in the chat.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, okay. He's got it now.
Yeah.
And you can do that. Like you got to swap the kid at this time. I got to swap the kid at this time. You know, who's going to get the kid when, or, you know, it's always great to do that with your party, especially so people can be like, oh, okay, great. I'm glad you're over at the Marriott because you're going to meet me over here at the Hilton in a few minutes and I need a Starbucks drink. So yes, John is showing for those people, unfortunately, that are listening to this, not watching. He is showing what the chocolate bomb thing is. It has a sparkler and it's full of chocolate and it looks like it has macaroons on the bottom or jammy dog.
Yeah,
macaroons. And it looks like a nice berry puree that it all sits on. So I'm going. That might be something I do before we get my niece and nephew down here. So that'll be good. But, you know when, though, it's always really nice to give yourself a nice little present is on Saturday. It's on Saturday.
Saturday?
You know why? Yes.
Why?
Because,
pray tell.
Because
what could be going on Saturday?
Parade, you might just want to go sit somewhere and eat. And yay, we've got the parade director here to tell us what time the parade will be and what time we can go and get our big chocolate dessert. Hi, Annie, parade director. How are you?
I'm great, Lee. Hi, John. Hi, guys.
Hello.
It's so good to see you. Hello. I love the hair color this year.
Thank you.
This is different than last year. Yes.
It is. It's red to a purple because, I got to get a little DragonCon in there.
I like it. I like it a lot. That's awesome. So, wow. We're only 7 days away and hours.
Home stretch, really.
But you could do it like this Saturday, of course. I'm sure. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Nobody will be there, but
Nobody
yeah,
she
could stand out there and direct people.
There will be porta potties.
Street.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, do you ever do that? Do you ever just go down there and just start practice directing people?
I don't, but I do drive by it throughout the year to see what construction's going on because I live maybe 10 minutes from there.
That's very smart.
It is.
Very smart.
And a lot of construction's been cleaned up, so I'm very happy with it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's my dog, PETA. There he is. He's such a sweetie. We love him a lot. But yes, is that construction that was around Crawford Long, Emory, whatever they call it now?
Yeah, it's a lot better. And then directly at the staging area last year, we had all that construction next to Bank of America Plaza. So it was like the sidewalk was covered and everything. Yeah, no, all of that is finally done. So
very cool.
We got a beautiful staging area.
That is awesome. So the parade. When is the parade for those who may not know?
The parade is Saturday morning at 10 a.m. It is open to the public. You do not have to have a DragonCon badge to come at all. You can come, bring the family. We are super, super kid friendly. We love having little kids lining up the sidewalk, filling up just every square inch.
And little kids love it. There is just something about seeing little kids' faces. They get so happy seeing, I don't know, stormtroopers or Darth Vader or
Spider-Man, Batman,
Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, any, princesses, all of it.
Absolutely.
Whenever they see any of them, and some of them with Harry Potter, they'll go crazy.
My goodness, yes. And we have several groups that are very generous and hand things out to spectators. Like we have the Swag and Seek group is back again this year. I believe Ollivander Jr. is coming with his wand card again. Did he give out custom wands?
Yes.
That he
got hurt last year.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. He got hurt last year. That's why he wasn't there at con. But he does make those himself.
Yeah, he is.
They're like real.
They're real wood. They're crazy. I got one year. It felt so special.
I still have it. Yeah,
I have mine too.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I know. My nephew was very upset last year. He's like, "Where can I go get?" You said there was this wand guy. I'm like, I just found out he got hurt. And he's like,
that's the problem with wizards. It's really hard to find them when you're looking for them. You just kind of have to happen upon the magic,
St. Mungo's doesn't let them out. I mean, it's just they're going to keep them on. They're going to keep them there.
Exactly.
There you go. All right. So sorry. Yes.
Yes.
You're going to have Ollivanders Jr.'s
Yeah.
Wandering Wands. That's awesome.
Yep, he should be back. But yeah, so it's 10 a.m. Saturday morning, which is next Saturday. This coming up next Saturday. Dear goodness. And lucky for people, if you can't make it down to Atlanta, it's still going to be broadcast locally on the CW channel 69. So if you're in the Atlanta area, Atlanta metro area, you should get CW. You can watch it live, and then they'll re-air it about an hour later. Is what they do every year. And then of course, we also have
They immediately just like loop it back over again.
They do.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we're like
the
Thanksgiving parade now.
We're awesome.
Wow.
We're legit, man.
We're a big old parade in Atlanta. I think we're the biggest parade in Atlanta.
We are.
There are some others, but we're pretty.
We are the biggest one.
Okay, sorry. And you were saying it's
also on
Saturday
DCTV.
at 10.
Yeah,
and also on DCTV.
So if you're in the host hotels, you can watch it, or if you buy that streaming membership, it'll
there
be
you go.
streamed live. And I think on YouTube too. I don't think they're very secretive about the parade.
Yes, no, I don't think so.
No,
I think the parade goes everywhere because we all love a parade. Who doesn't?
Yes.
With 78 trombones and everything.
Yes, and giant balloons like Macy's.
Yeah, that was from Jenny, who said we need the giant balloons.
We need some of those.
If you have any, Jenny, I will let you put them in the parade. I don't have any.
A giant balloon. Oh, could you see like the big Wizard of Oz balloon?
Could you imagine, like, we do the plushy dragons every year? What if we did a big inflatable dragon every year?
Well, we've seen, inflatable dragons in general. Can't we just fill them up with some helium instead and tie some ropes to them?
I don't think the dragon you can buy at Lowe's can hold helium.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
I want them really.
Jenny points out that X-Track has balloons. I don't know that they're that big.
But they're not supposed to. But I didn't know that. I don't know that. Balloons are awesome. Yes, we do. Yeah. That means Annie. There you go for next year. Maybe you can beg the powers that be to try to look into that.
I gotta look it up. Somebody has had to have put a helium in one of those.
And of course, that's what John's gonna go look at. That is.
I'm sure somebody's gonna hand me a random balloon at DragonCon. It's gonna be like a little sad Charlie Brown balloon. Like, here's your balloon, Annie.
Here's your. I like a balloon.
It would make my day.
It would.
If somebody at DragonCon brings me a balloon, you will make my day.
You will. And I love it when I see the Up, cosplay of Up, and the little boy will hold his balloon. Oh, he's so cute. So very, very cool. Awesome. Now, how many people march in the parade?
All right, we're getting back to our pre-COVID numbers almost. We have 3,300 marchers this year. 3,300.
I didn't realize that you had that many to begin with.
Yeah.
No.
I thought it was like somewhere around 400 or something. That's for some reason.
John and I were both convinced of this. Yes.
400.
I mean, I know it seems like a lot more people are going by than maybe 400, but I always thought it was like 4. Maybe I was mixing up, the soft cap for guests.
Maybe.
With parade.
Maybe we were both doing that.
But it's 3,300 people marching the parade.
You got it.
And that wasn't even your cap yet.
No.
Now, does that mean, okay, I hate to ask this, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but does that mean that if somebody wants to march, can they see you at DragonCon and do that?
They can see me at DragonCon. And we can talk about their costume, but we're so close. It's really hard to get everything organized to add people at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say absolutely no. If you got a killer costume and you're a likable person,
bring a picture of the killer costume.
Yeah,
and a balloon.
I'm a sucker for balloon or inflatable porgs, as some people are commenting on here. I saw you, Brandon.
Someone wants a.
We do need a giant inflatable porg. And also, I would be very, very happy with that. Or a giant inflatable R2-D2, who, in my opinion, is kind of the hero of the whole thing. Because he's there all the time.
He's the only one there the whole time. Yeah,
he is. 3PO kind of is, but
3PO had his mind wiped.
Well, one could argue that he could have also prevented a lot of things then, too.
Well, I mean,
R2-D2
in his defense, I would sit there eating popcorn while watching the drama of the Skywalkers.
I think R2D2 is just laughing his little mechanical buttons off.
Yeah.
I think R2's just there going,
Yeah.
Anakin's an idiot.
Probably.
And probably from 1, 2, 3, from the prequels to A New Hope and all of them, R2's like, I can't believe none of these people can remember I can fly.
Probably.
I can fly, but I'm not gonna fly because y'all don't seem to remember it. So, Ben.
Yes, that's the real reason.
I think that is it. I do. And yes, and he's never had his memory wiped. R2's got it all. It's absolutely wonderful. So okay, but that's what they need to do. Also, I think you need the Grogu in the little carrier as a giant balloon. I am still thinking you need a giant dragon, not only just for DragonCon. You had a dragon in Harry Potter, dragons in Pern. I mean, you can get through a lot of things. I mean,
there's
a whole
section of dragons at the front of the parade every year.
I'm
always excited to expand that. We are Dragon and Con. I mean, it's literally in our name.
That would be. I've always wondered. I would always love.
I've never put that together.
Dragon that goes down the streets. You've never put that together. I've always loved like those. I wish we could have one of those right at the front. But I don't know if we have a group that does that in the area.
I don't know. Puppetry track. They did the giant worm from Dune. I'm sure they could figure out a Chinese dragon puppet one year. Puppetry.
Okay, Bo, in puppetry track, Annie's coming for you. Just letting you know. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so now 3,300 people. That includes 2 bands.
3.
3 now?
Yeah, we have 3 now. We have the Seed and Feed marching
Seed and Feed, always fun. Yep.
We have Lakeside High School still returning.
Always great.
And then we have the Carpet Band returning, a Marriott Carpet Band.
Oh,
last year they
right.
just used kazoos. That's okay. We don't discriminate on the style of band.
Nope. Band is a band.
Band is a band. So yeah, we have 3 bands now.
3 bands now. I really hope they have like the tubas and everything wrapped in like Marriott carpet. Those skins that go over stuff. That would be great. Didn't they have a car last year?
They do. The Marriott Carpet Group has a car again.
There you go.
The carpet truck.
Yeah. Awesome. And as we talk about cars, you got vehicles in this parade too.
So many vehicles, man. So many. But they're just all so cool. It's so hard to say no.
I know.
So we kind of squeezed a few extra in this year. We usually do about 50 cars. So we have 60 signed up, but 1 already dropped out. Things, their cars, engines don't always work the way you want them to.
Yeah.
So we might have a few drop out, but I think we'll sit around 55 this year and it'll look really good.
What's a new one? What you got new? Can you give us a secret? Just one. Just one.
Well, why don't we ask, what do you have returning?
Yeah,
that's probably easier.
That's easier. Yes.
Returning, we absolutely have the picture cars from Razorfly Studios. Those guys are super great. They usually bring out like the Jurassic Park Jeep. They have a DeLorean. They have a new car this year. They're bringing out a replica Dorothy 2 from Twister.
Oh, seriously? Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know why they decided to build that, but they did.
Why not?
It looked great. I actually saw it at MomoCon earlier this year.
I'm going to bet the reason they did it is why not?
Because it's cool. I don't know.
I mean, that's just it. Why not build it? Why not? Sure. I bet we could do that. I'm sure we could do that. Why not? Let's go.
Yeah. We've got the carpet truck coming back.
Carpet truck.
Carpet truck. We have the Foot Clan, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're coming back. I just talked to them earlier today. We have all of our Ghostbuster Ectomobiles. We have our 1966 Batmobile coming back, like always. Of course, like an army of Umbrella Corp to protect us from zombies.
I just started watching that show on Netflix. I kind of like it. Yeah, I kind of like it.
What show?
Resident
Evil.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a show now?
Yeah.
Oh, I was not even aware it has a series. Oh, wow.
See, we are in the Renaissance. None of us know everything.
Just if it's something that's already been made, of course, there's a new television show about it.
Zan wants to know if there'll be a flying cow from Twister.
Oh, I don't know.
That could be the blow. That could be your blow balloon.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, find a little cow.
Hold on.
To blow up.
That would make a lot of mess. Now, if somebody brought a cow balloon to tie it to Dorothy too, I think that would be funny as anything.
Easier. Yeah.
That would be kind of hilarious. So you got Men in Black coming and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming back. Those wonderful people. Also awesome. How about the Pirates?
Oh, yes. They're back with the flying spaghetti monster right behind them. Every year they request to be together.
Awesome.
Oh, a new one that we have. I'm reading my list finally. We have Kit from Knight Rider with a DC over 40 group.
I'm so
DC
sorry.
over
40 group. Yeah.
All I want to see is I just really want to see Joe Crow do a sexy, David Hasselhoff pose on the thing
on the edge of it.
Maybe on the edge of Hasselhoff one year.
And he take a picture and sell it for charity next year.
Has Hasselhoff come to DragonCon?
I don't think so.
I mean, that seems like someone that everyone would love to see.
Yeah,
Everyone loves the Hoff.
Sci-fi fantasy is the Hoff. You know
but Kit, we just said it
a couple of years ago. But Kit,
Knight Rider. I mean,
for the younger crowd,
you have wrestlers.
SpongeBob SquarePants movie. So
that's true.
Yes.
That's
one
true.
One of the few movies I've ever
followed with track. Close enough.
There you go.
Kids. I mean, he could just be whatever. Yeah. But
no, John, go.
He could do a concert too.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Super popular.
There's plenty of. Just go look it up on YouTube. You'll have plenty of fun.
Go
down your Hasselhoff YouTube hole.
Yeah.
I do hope Joe Crow is hearing us though. He really needs to get the dramatic, sexy David Hasselhoff pose on Kit. Get copies made of that picture, and then if people donate next year, they get a picture. Joe will
actually
sign it.
No, he should give everyone one. They have to pay to take it back for charity
as well. That's kind of like
that's his brand.
It's like
that's his brand.
Yeah,
his brand is blackmail.
Yeah,
it works. Hey, it works. Cure childhood cancer, Joe. Go for it. Blackmail them all. Make them pay to get out of that movie.
We'll have Cure for Childhood Cancer in the parade. We have the charity coming back this year. That was very excited to do with Big Brothers Big Sisters last year. Mm-hmm. They were the first charity group that we've had in a little while. So to have Cure for Childhood Cancer, we're gonna have them right behind the Everything DragonCon group, so the people that are marching for the charity, all of those families and those kids can see kind of like a little bit of the parade in front of them.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. And I did want to say one thing, because you said giving out things during the parade route. Some groups are doing that. The reason they don't throw things like candy or whatever you might get at Mardi Gras is Atlanta doesn't allow that. This is not a DragonCon rule. This is a City of Atlanta rule. And we like the City of Atlanta because they bring the police officers and let us have a parade.
They do. And they close down the roads for us. The City of Atlanta is fantastic. We did invite Mayor Andre Dickens to come back and be in the parade because he did ask last year and was not able to attend. But unfortunately, he's not able to again this year.
There's all these crazy things going on.
We'll still keep hoping. Maybe one day we'll get him in.
Keep asking. We just keep asking.
Atlanta downtown has a couple of things going on this week. Yes, that's true.
Yes, yeah. It's a busy week.
It is always a busy week. Because there's always stuff around DragonCon. People don't. There actually is usually right before and right after and during, and so it's always good. Okay, now I got a question though.
Yes.
You just said it. About at the front of the parade. Well, usually at the front of the parade, you have grand marshals. A grand marshal. Do you got a grand marshal this year?
I do have a grand marshal. And before our grand marshal, there's usually one more celebrity that we like to put at the very, very front, literally right behind the banner and the dragon.
But I'm not going to be there this year, so sorry.
So y'all get it. No. Actually, Pat Henry, the founder of DragonCon, is coming back in the parade. He took a couple of years off and was enjoying watching it, but his grandkids wore him down, so he'll be back at the front of the parade.
He'll be back at the parade. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And so
then
now
past that, we have our official grand marshal, who I have not even told my full staff who this is. So you guys are like getting a special treat. we are going to have Wilson Cruz from Star Trek Discovery.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm
wow.
supposed to say what show.
Yeah, we're
he's
not supposed to say what he's from, but you know, whatever.
he's from one of those shows that's in the stars, but he was also
Yes.
on Broadway in Rent.
Yes.
He was first show
And-
was in the 90s.
My so-called life.
Being in high school, and Claire Danes was on it at the same time. That's all we can say.
Yes.
Yes, John, keep going. What?
Well, and also Brandon points out also Grand Marshal will be The Rock as well. So The Rock will be there as well.
Yes.
That's my
I'll
understanding.
glue my pet rock to the front of his car.
Yeah, I'll just give him one to hold in his hand, John, and I'll take a picture.
Nobody! Why doesn't anybody ever? Anyway,
That's our.
I want The Rock
Grand
to be there.
Marshal.
1 year. One
One
year.
year.
He'll be there. Rock will
Would
be
you
there.
come
But
back?
Yeah, Grand
if
Marshal,
The Rock was
cool.
here?
Would I what?
Yeah, Wilson Cruz is.
If he
very
was
cool.
here this year, yes, I would be. I mean, I plan on coming back. I'm not coming back to DragonCon.
I know.
Well, I don't know why that rumor's starting now all of a sudden.
Because it was
That's
kind of
worse than
funny.
The Rock
and
showing up.
And it made Annie laugh. That's why I did it. I made Annie laugh.
In my defense, I'm a giggly person, so
She is.
kind of look at me funny and I laugh.
So you have your Grand Marshal.
I have my Grand Marshal.
That's awesome.
I have a
That is
couple more
very awesome.
guests. I have more guests.
Oh,
than
you
last
have more?
year.
Who
I
else?
do. I have 2 more
Ooh.
guests.
Okay.
So, like last year and for many years prior, we are going to have our literary guest of honor be in the parade again. So that is
Ooh,
Miss
yay.
Chelsea Quinn Yarbrough.
Oh,
a
that's so
fantastic author.
cool.
Yes, I'm very excited to have her. Her main series is about it's kind of historical fiction, but there's vampires. So who wouldn't like that?
Goodness, if it's not about vampires, it better be about werewolves.
It's probably in there. I actually haven't read them, but I'm so excited. I just bought them when they announced that she was literally
You're like, I'm
I
gonna read a
buy
book.
new books every year. I last year too. Anyways, so she's gonna be with the Ancient Times group since she's got that historical fiction. I don't really have
Yes,
an
she
alt
does have a
fiction
lot of
group
that.
this year. I really want.
don't have a
to
what?
make an alt fiction, like an alt history group.
Oh, okay.
She would have been perfect there. But yeah, we're gonna sneak her in with that Ancient Worlds group, so she'll get to at least sit behind the Spartans, and who doesn't like that view?
Absolutely no one does not like that view.
Exactly. Even
Just
the guys
FYI.
are like, yeah,
Yeah, that's your I need to go to the gym moment.
yeah, exactly.
I need to go, and even I
Yeah.
think that I'm like, oh, I got to go back to the
I
gym.
gotta go back. Yeah.
I gotta go
Yeah.
back.
And
Awesome.
then
All right, so
we've
yeah,
got one more,
uh-huh.
and it's going to be with the puppetry track, and we're going to do a deep dive
Ooh.
into y'all's childhood. Not
Oh, thanks.
anything.
Thanks for
With love.
making us
Wait,
know.
what?
With love,
Yeah,
we're going to have Marty Croft, who is the founder and co-creator of H&R Puff and Stuff, who will be writing with him. So
Oh.
Marty will be there
H&R
with a giant H&R Puff and Stuff. Yeah.
Everyone, drop your acid before he shows up.
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie. When they finally told me who it was, I had to look up episodes. Like I've heard of HR Pup and Stuff, but I've never watched it.
How? Okay.
She's a lot
I
younger
am
than
a
us, John.
child.
John, she could be our child.
Speaking of which, if you need, I believe, if you need any inspiration to go to the gym, this is one of the first pictures that comes up for Mr. Cruz. And yeah,
Yeah, you know.
yeah. If you need more inspiration to go to the gym, there you go. I will.
Was that a 10-pack?
You were counting. I think you're counting.
That's why I got close. Okay.
Oh, let's see. 1, 2. No, it's just 6.
Okay.
It's only 6.
There were some
Anyway.
muscles up here that I don't
There's
have.
some muscles up
There are
here
muscles
and right-
that I don't know exist. That I
there
never
are
knew
muscles
existed.
on
Ever. Yeah.
muscles in that
You
picture.
know what? I'm going for the HR Puff and Stuff body. Not
Yes.
for that.
I'm good with the H&R Puff and Stuff. I'm fine with that. That's fine. That's about my speed right now is H&R Puff and Stuff. I'm all right with that. But John, yes, seriously, she could be our oldest child.
Oh wow. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone,
Oh.
in case you didn't know.
That is so cool. You've got so many cool people.
We do. I'm super excited.
Oh, that is going to be so awesome. Now, where you don't always put the Grand Marshal right at the front. So, where will Mr. Cruz be?
He's going to be pretty close to the front.
Okay.
He's actually going to be what we call Group 8. So we have
Oh, okay, I know that.
42
Yep.
groups.
Yeah.
So we've got the big dragons and all of that, the color guard, Pat, all
Yep.
that up at the front. Then the Everything DragonCon group, Cure for Childhood Cancer, a couple of small groups, and then
Mhm. There you
Mr.
go.
Cruz will be in his convertible, waving away, hopefully
Waving
driven
away.
by the beautiful Miss Regina.
Shirt
Hopefully.
on or off? Do we know?
TBD, depends on how hot it is. Could be
Just let him know
uncomfortable.
it's going to be hot. It's going to be really hot.
Just tell him it's really
And
hot.
also,
Very hot.
that there is still a Pride Parade going on somewhere in Atlanta that weekend.
Yes.
Oh,
Black
that's
Pride
cool.
is at the
Yeah.
same time. Yep.
Yeah, Black Pride.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah, so why not? You know?
Everything ties together.
Everything's all interconnected and timey-wimey. Awesome. Now, there's a lot of places you walk by on that route if you've ever done that route. There are great restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
There are great just meeting up places, bars, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a special one for this year, isn't there? That we're going to walk by and wave and love.
There is a super special group that we just got permission to have this year. And I don't know how much you guys and your followers know about the parade and how tightly we monitor what goes into the parade.
Mm-hmm.
So traditionally, we don't allow any logos or promotional materials of any businesses that are not sponsors or official partners of DragonCon. So we allow companies like Netherworld, who have been with DragonCon for forever, and they pump a lot into us. We pump a lot into them. We are official partners with Netherworld. That's why they're the sponsors of the CW broadcast, and they're a fantastic group. We love working with them.
They sponsor like the horror track too, right?
I think they do.
They do.
Yeah.
And they're terrifying looking, but they will not bother your kids. If you just kind of make a no motion with your head, they will not come up to your kids. However, I have seen many a child go up and try to like give them a hug. So it's, your child will vary. You know?
We take no responsibility for your child interacting with the scary things, but we promise the scary things are family friendly.
Yeah, and they are family
in
friendly.
their interactions, maybe not in their visibility, but in their interactions,
visibility
they're
is
really great. Yeah.
That's why it's called Netherworld, folks. There's a reason.
Not Family World. So we're going to expand upon that a little this year, and we're going to do a little test run and see how it goes.
Awesome.
With the amazing Shakespeare Tavern, which, as you said, Lee, is right on our parade route every year. We get to walk right by them. We get to, highlight this amazing company that works so well at bringing the Atlanta community out and sharing in like the theater love that a lot of DragonCon attendees have. I mean, they love costumes just as much as we do. Just because they're Shakespearean doesn't mean that they're not costumes.
And it is.
Hey, I've been meaning to go there, try to check it out. Every time I'm in Atlanta, I keep trying to, and I just never find the time to get there.
You got to make time, John.
Yeah.
It's really good. And they do the whole play, usually. They might shorten some of them up a little bit, but not much. They do the whole play, and the ticket prices, well, you also get food. The last time I went, it was food. It was a meal and a show.
Yeah.
And very, very reasonable. Great
and it's
way
also
to see some
very
good Shakespeare.
intimate. It's not a huge theater, which is honestly the best part about it, because you could go anywhere in Atlanta, Cobb Galleria, Performing Arts Center, any place, and see like Madame Butterfly, and you're sitting way back on the upper balcony, and you've got a great seat, and it's a great show. But with Shakespeare Tavern, it's like one floor with a little half balcony. It doesn't sit that many people, but you know what? It makes that performance feel so intimate. And they hire some of the best actors for their shows. Absolutely. Every time I've done it, it's been a blast. So the fun thing is with them, with the partnership we're doing, since they're not an official DragonCon sponsor yet, who knows what the future may hold, they're partnering with us to donate some swag. I'm not sure what. I'm hoping for a couple show tickets, but they're going to donate some swag to our volunteer raffle. So at the end of every DragonCon, every volunteer that's in good standing, that does their minimum number of hours for the department, does it with, a good attitude and meets all the qualifications for their department head, every name gets entered into a raffle at the end of every convention. We used to do it at the Dead Dog Party, but it's so much. We're all literally so tired at the Dead Dog Party. But yeah, they'll do the raffle and they will email you or call you if you win. And we'll see what they donate. And if it goes well, which it seems like it will, I'm really excited for them, then we'll maybe invite a couple more Atlanta businesses to
Very cool.
To be in the parade and get to share some more of this fantastic city, and maybe get people like John to do some of the things in Atlanta other than just the convention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Kind of a
and
small
there's
picture.
the Shakespeare
It's kind of a small
Tavern.
Yep, it's like wedged in between two buildings, and we walk right by it every year. It's right across from the hospital.
And it's so funny because it really is. It's like regular old Atlanta building, regular office building, and these are all the earlier parts of downtown. So they're the nicer building. I mean, they're the nicer brick and stuff like that. They're not like just an office building. And then all of a sudden there's this kind of Tudor tavern. Tudor being Tudor. Yes, I went. I did listen, Dr. Guthrie. I did. It's right there, and you're all of a sudden like, what in the? What? Almost looks like a little Hobbit house. What in the world is this? So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Brandon says he and his wife walked the parade a long time ago with our Cards Against Humanity costume and got a big laugh from Lee in the staging grounds with our black card hat saying, I walked the DragonCon parade and all I got was blank, and the white card said answer saying hot and sweaty, which would be something that would be on one of those cards. Yes. Not the DragonCon part. Maybe
you could bring that back at any point, Brandon.
That would be. It is hilarious, and it's still very, very true. Still very, very true.
Now,
also
speaking of which, and we have this conversation all the time. Regardless of the weather, short of unsafe thunderbolt, very, very frightening.
Very frightening. Yeah.
The parade goes on, correct?
The parade goes on. So far, the weather gods and patron Saint Jan is looking down on us.
Oh, dear Jan, we love you, Jan.
Oh, I love that you had that.
It sits on my desk. The 4 Jan.
It says 4 Jan.
Anyway.
So wonderful parade director before Annie.
Yes, but she's been smiling on us these last several years, and looks like she still will. The weather looks absolutely beautiful for that morning. But yes, if that changes.
It still goes on.
Yep, and we still have the Boy Scouts coming back to donate water and pass it out, make sure we're all hydrated. We've got porta potties and staging for the marchers. So, but beware, they are porta potties, and there's 3,000 of you trying to share 2. So factor that in.
And you've got costumes and all sorts of things that you don't necessarily want to go into there with. So plan accordingly.
Yes. So John brought that up. I'm going to bring another one up because as somebody who has helped herd the cats in the parade, because it's actually I have a shirt that says that, is that you need to be there by 9, folks. Yes. And I know everybody's like, oh, but I missed this or that. Do everything you can to get there by 9. And the reason for that being, again, 3,300 people. You got to find your group. You got to figure out, wait, was I supposed to be with this group or this group? You got to do all of that. And so please, please, please get there at 9. I understand sometimes people are like, I never saw the bus. There is a MARTA station at Peachtree Center, which is right where we are. Peachtree Center is the food court. You can get on MARTA, go north to North Avenue, get off at North Avenue, and walk a block and a half, 2 blocks, and you're right where the parade will start, where the staging ground is. So please, please be there by 9. I hate it. Every year somebody comes in and they're like, oh, where's this group? And I'm like, they were down the street.
They already left.
And they're like, oh, I'm like, I'm sorry. And they're like looking at me. I'm like, what? And it's kind of like they want me to, I kind of sometimes want to go, I can't stop the parade so you can catch up. That's not my job. That's Annie's job. You can go talk to Annie about that. That's not my job is getting everybody in a line and making sure the line keeps moving. And the line also knows stop when they tell you to stop, because there might be a big, there might be a big vehicle in front or behind you. So
There probably
Yeah.
is a big vehicle. In
it
front
sounds like
or
it with
behind
60,
you.
59
60 of them,
vehicles
yeah.
as of today. Yeah, right.
Yes. A
So
lot of vehicles.
so I just did a little research because I was curious about that number, the
Okay.
3,300 number.
Okay.
Did you know in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, that huge parade that goes on for like a couple hours,
Miles. Yeah.
right? That has 6,500. So you are
Wow.
better than half the size of the Macy Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah.
That is
I
ridiculous.
didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
And
I
John,
just looked
how
it up.
many- how many balloons do they
6,500
have?
participants.
How many
I don't
balloons
know how many.
do they have in the Macy's?
I mean, I guess that probably varies year by
Okay,
year. but-
well, then if we're half their size, we should have half of the kind of balloons. But
Yeah,
of
but
course
how
they have to
many
be separate.
dragons does the Macy's parade have?
Yeah, that's a good
Because I
question.
feel
How
like
many
we have more
dragons?
Zippo, because I've looked. Even when Raya and the Last Dragon came out, they didn't have a dragon.
So Sharon
Ooh.
asks a very good question, which is, how does disability seating work at the parade?
I don't have all of the answers to this. Cherie, who you guys talked to the other day,
Probably
at
should have
Disability
asked.
would have this, but I do know that they have a dedicated seating section. It's usually outside. I want to say the
It's usually outside the Hyatt.
Hyatt.
It's usually right in front of the Hyatt. They actually have blocked it off. It's really near where DCTV will be broadcasting from. And they have it there and they have that blocked off. And so that's where you should look. You can ask at Disability Services.
Yes.
They are, again, in the Courtland Grand.
I still want to say Cortland Marriott, but go on.
I still want to say Courtyard Grand. So
I want to say
Courtland Grand,
Sheraton.
and I want to say Sheraton too. I'm really trying to get the Sheraton now, but they're going to be right there, so you can ask if they've moved it. But that's usually where they are because it's very easy to block that whole area and not let anybody be there but DragonCon people because of how the everything's set up.
Yeah.
So do ask that. And also the parade people, are y'all still right beside disability?
We
at badge
are.
pickup?
How convenient.
Awesome. There you go.
So Sharon, you can go talk to Disability Services. They can give you your answer. If you have to pick up wristbands or you have any other questions from us, we're right there at the bottom of the Courtland Grand Hotel, formerly the Sheraton. We are on the bottom floor where you always pick up your badges for DragonCon.
There you go.
You're floating around in that free space. So stop by, ask all the questions you got. I have an amazing, amazing team that works the table that helps out, obviously, parade morning, but they can answer all your questions. I promise. Probably better than I can because my brain is jello.
At that point,
Yeah.
it will be. So that'll be good. And glad to help,
You're
Sharon.
welcome.
That's a great question. But yes, that is usually where it has been. I understand that that's a great place because they can just block it and say, nope, DragonCon people's only.
And I
So,
love that. I love that for
I'm
DragonCon.
very
They have
happy.
embraced disability services and just fandom of any kind, truly any kind, can be a part of DragonCon and feel included. I love that about them.
And
Speaking
there's
of
a kitty in the
fandom,
background.
yeah, there's lots of
I
kitties in the
know.
back.
I know they just got fed, so
Aw.
Speaking of families, one thing that I like to always say when we get to this particular episode is, if you see, it's a pet peeve of mine, if you see that there's a child trying to see, you can obviously see over the top of them. Please give them some room to get up in front so that they can see the parade themselves. I mean, it's great that adults get to see this and everything else, but really, it's the parade goers, the parade marchers. I'm sure love to see the smiling kids' faces all down Peachtree.
and I
So,
promise the groups that hand out stuff,
Mhm.
they will absolutely hand it to adults as well.
Mhm.
It's very easy to hand things over children when they're sitting. It's
Because they're small.
exactly. I
sitting and they're
promise
even
they
smaller.
still see you guys. But yeah, let's share the
do.
love because the kids'
Yeah.
faces. I'm not even a big kid person, but like I love seeing kids watch the parade.
Their whole little faces.
It's
well, you
light
seem
up.
like you are a
Yes.
big kid, but just not a big kid person.
Yeah.
Aren't we all kind of a big kid? I know. I'm still collecting like baby Grogu's, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's very true.
Just look at behind me.
Yeah. Well, and I also want to say, when we say little kids, my nephew, first time was last year. He was 9. He thought the parade was the absolute bomb. He enjoyed all of it. He kept saying he wanted to march in it next year, but then he still hasn't done an outfit. So guess what? He doesn't have a costume. Aunt Lee does not sew. I
don't know if we.
Aunt Lee can go pick up a costume at Walmart, but Aunt Lee cannot sew.
But that's not DragonCon parade quality.
No, it's not.
I mean, it can be.
We don't discriminate. No, we don't. Right.
We don't. And any age can march in the parade.
Yeah.
When we open up parade registration in February 15th, every year, February 15th, Dan, we are friendly. Come see us at the table. Dan is in charge of vehicles this year, by the way.
Good.
You bring a vehicle.
Fun, Dan.
Yes, be friends with Dan.
Be nice.
But yeah, anybody can sign up to be in the parade. Just anybody under 16 has to have an adult march with them, and both of you have to have your DragonCon badges, both, not just one.
Everybody needs to have their badge. So if you need to be at the parade at 9 on Saturday morning, you need to get your badge earlier than that. Like
preferably
you need to be
Friday. I will say this
Friday, but Saturday morning.
I will say this caveat, Lee. If you have already bought your tickets and have not picked up, like if you get a Saturday only pass, it is very tricky to get your pass and get to parade staging on time.
Very true.
If you have the QR code on your phone, bring it to me or to my parade staff. They have purple vests. They will have a list of people that are like, yes, you were signed up. You cannot just show up with a QR code.
No.
You have to have already signed up. You can't sign up now and say, I'm going to pick up my badge. You have to have the QR code, and you have to have your ID so I can make sure it's your QR code and not your creepy cousin Dave's QR code. So
there you go.
Hear that, Dan? Hear that, Dan? Not your creepy cousin Dave. Oh, Dan's already volunteering. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. He can be wherever he wants. Always good. Okay.
But still not your creepy cousin Dave. Just in general. No creepy cousin Dave.
Don't do that. Just don't do it. There's no reason. Okay, so let's go over it one more time. The parade is when?
10 a.m. Saturday morning.
And that will be on August.
And that time is
September 2nd.
But the 10 o'clock time is just sort of a reference, right? It's not.
No, it's not.
Exact.
It is 10 a.m. We're going with the city of Atlanta here, mister.
The city of Atlanta.
Off starting at 8:30 in the morning. It's fully shut off by 9:30 in the morning. If you try to come late for marching, you will probably be turned away unless you find somebody more friendly than me. Sorry. Or if you show up late with a vehicle, you are not going to be in order, and then you're going to be fussed at. I'm very sorry, but we're all very tired. We try to be nice. I really promise we try to be nice, but we're just very tired. It's very early.
Really want to help, but the problem is
it's early. It's hot.
Done.
It's so hot. It's so hot. So be on time. And then if you're coming to watch, don't come by the staging area. I love that you're excited and that you want to see everything, but I promise the patience will be worth it when you have a much better view closer to the Shakespeare Tavern.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. There you go. Free plug.
Right here in the shade. And y'all,
there's
not a bad view anywhere on that route.
No, there's not.
Yeah, the staging area is. Let's be frank, it's a hot mess when it's up there.
Yeah,
it's.
That's why it's
you couldn't make heads or tails out of what's going on there, and that's what's amazing about what Annie does. Is that somehow by the time you see it, it's all organized and magical and working. Backstage, they're running around like crazy, making sure everyone's getting to where they need to get to. So
it is not look at the months.
It's several months of work, and also do not look behind the curtain, folks. Do not look behind the curtain. You don't want to know behind the curtain.
Boring. It's boring. People might not be in their costumes yet. They're waiting. They may have their helmets off, waiting to get ready to go. So you don't want the magic broken.
Yeah, and if you're a photographer, if you are a press photographer and you have your credentials from the convention, you are allowed in the staging area to take some photos pre-photo stuff. But if you do not have your credentials from DragonCon, do not come to my staging area. I will gladly turn you away. And you're going to get better pictures along the parade route.
You really are. And by the way, everybody who will be there in the staging area that is a volunteer person will be asking to see if you're press. You got like 3 people before you get anywhere near being able to take
And by the way, nobody take this as a challenge. Nobody take it as a challenge.
This is not a challenge. This is not a challenge. I'm just saying you're gonna
make me
be
cry.
asked.
Please don't challenge me.
Don't challenge her. She's been working on this since February, y'all. Don't challenge poor Annie.
Just enjoy
We don't want to
it.
make that. We do not want to make that red hair gray on Saturday. We just really don't. Because it can happen. Trust me. Says the woman with a lot of gray hair.
That's it.
Where I started volunteering at the parade, I had brown hair. Not true, by the way, but okay.
Yes.
All right. So Saturday, it's going to be on the CW. Going to be shown at 10. Going to be shown again at 1 hour. When it finishes, it shows again.
Yeah.
DCTV, so you can be in your hotel room. And another way to get it, Annie, is to buy the
DragonCon streaming pass. So if you aren't able to attend DragonCon at all, like some people in this video chat.
Oh, fine. I'm leaving.
Beautifully done.
That was
beautifully
awesome,
done, John.
That was very well done.
Yeah, if you aren't able to attend, which it's okay, it happens. Life gets in the way sometimes. It's only $10, and you get all of DragonCon virtual. There are some great panels that have already been recorded in the can. I've seen a couple sneak peeks from some friends along the way.
You get it for a full year too.
A full year. You can watch anything DragonCon for a
Well,
whole year. And it's like
let me say until the next DragonCon, because I don't think it goes for a full year. Because if depending upon when Labor Day falls, it could be less than 365 days. But
oh my goodness,
yeah.
Technicality. Until you get until all of next DragonCon to watch as much recorded DragonCon stuff. You can watch the parade every single day until next year's parade. I won't, but you could. You could.
There we go. All right. Awesome. And again, their desk is in the Cortland Grand, bottom level, near badge pickup and disability services. And there's also a table for Cure Childhood Cancer, our charity this year, that will be there as well.
Awesome. Well, Annie, this is the time when we like to play a game with our guests. Yes. I think if you look over in the private chat, you should see. Oh, Annie's already in there. Annie's on top of her game.
I'm about to be. Hold on.
Oh, my camera. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm out of focus.
Oh, no. What happened?
No, I'm good. I'm just out of focus, and I don't know why.
I thought you put on. I thought you put on the.
First world problem.
I'm in.
Allow me to share then with the rest of our group.
Yeah.
If I can find it. There we go. And we're going to add that to stream. There you go. It fixed. Looks like it's fixed.
Yeah, you're fixed now.
The room code is SIHD. I'll make sure that I get the volume going here for you guys.
And Annie, it was probably all the cat's fault. Blame the cat.
Probably.
They've already been fed. They just want to make mischief now.
I know. My wonderful other half fed them. He's so good to
Looks like we got a full guess. I'm sorry, anybody that did not make it in. If I could put 300 people in here, I would, but I can't. Sorry.
No, John. That's not funny. We'd never finish Fibbage.
What about 3,300 people?
33. Oh, there we go.
Welcome to Fibbage.
Lee just cries as she goes through the answers.
And joining me today is the ghost of my father, the king. He wants me to kill so many uncles. This game is at capacity. There will be no further boarding at this time. And if you're watching, you can join the audience at any time. Audience members earn points by guessing the truth and fooling the players with their lies. Let's hit it. This is round one. You'll get 500 points for everyone you fool with your lie, and you'll net a cool 1,000 for finding the truth. Here's your first question. The ancient Greeks considered the island of Delos to be such a holy place that it was illegal for people to blank there. Now, use your device to enter a lie that might deceive your fellow players. If you just can't
PG-13.
come up with anything, use the lie for me button to get a
PG-13.
Lie for me button to get a
Yes.
suggestion.
PG-13, please.
Okay, go.
I think there's filters on there that prevent some fanciful words.
That's
That's not a
not
challenge either. That is
Not
not a challenge.
There is no challenge to be accepted.
Let's put us down here. I haven't done this in a while. There. Looks like we got everyone in. Great.
Oh, that was quick.
That was very quick.
Okay, here are your choices. Look for the truth and tap it on your device.
Turn it up.
Okay, the ancient Greeks considered the island of Delos. Delos, is that pronounced properly? Who knows? Somebody knows, but not me. To be such a holy place that it was illegal for people to blank there. Fish, die, curse, bathe, drink, monk's meadery, sneeze, eat, sleep, or lie. Michelle says wear open-toed shoes.
Okay, what everybody pick?
By the way, that's a hack. Sleep was Chris Weddle's, as in pedal, answer. Sneeze was Jackbox's lie. Curse you, Jackbox. Eat was Lee's lie.
Got 2, yes.
And it was also,
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Gabe
Way to go,
also.
Gabe.
and believe it or not, it was also
What?
That's
Leandra.
hilarious. That's
3
funny.
people.
Wow.
I love how all 3 of us got it.
Bathe was the audience's lie. Well, sorry, was Brandon's lie, who got the audience. Die is the truth.
Oh, wow.
No explanation, Cookie? None at all. Okay. I guess it's self-explanatory. You can't die there. Sorry. Oh, the audience is in last place. Well, it's tied for last
Here's
place, I
one
guess.
for you. After wandering into a secured area in February 2022, the Pentagon had to call a special service in Arlington, Virginia to take blank into custody. Write your lies now.
So, I think Michelle might have got a hack around our limit. You can't vote for it, but heck, if you want to post a answer inside through Facebook or YouTube or whatever, feel free to do that to one of these questions. All right. I can post that. What do I care? Okay, after wandering into a secure area in February 2022, not too long ago, Pentagon had to call a special service in Arlington, Virginia, to take blank into custody.
And Michelle
Michelle says chipmunk.
Ooh,
Okay, which one's true?
Is it a puppy, a Saudi spy, a goose, a mime, ducks, a Girl Scout troop, Dick Cheney, a bird, a pigeon, or a chicken? Any of those would be awesome.
I think the
Or
Girl
chipmunk.
Scout would be hilarious.
That
Or
would be
chipmunk.
hilarious.
or chipmunk.
The first time I ever spoke.
Let's see how it shook out.
Okay, a goose was Brandon's lie, who caught pretty much everybody.
Absolutely fabulous.
Was there anybody else to play? Oh, Girl Scout troop. Was the audience's lie.
Good one.
Brandon, how many did they get? Like 6?
Yeah.
Anyway, a chicken was the truth. Chris
I
got it
just
right.
think Animal Welfare of Arlington should put on their website that they could solve a problem the Pentagon couldn't.
All of us could solve problems at the Pentagon camp. Anyway, moving on.
That is true. It's going to be John.
Yeah, Brandon pretty much just
Not Brandon.
shot to
yeah.
the lead. Yeah.
You think anyone can host this game? Well, apparently you're right.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Heads up, it's video time.
Maybe Big John.
I'm Jack from Valparaiso, Indiana. One day, my family received a mysterious package with a return address for a school that doesn't exist, and a note that said, "Help us find a home." Inside, we found blank.
Okay, that was Jack from
Submit your lies
Valparaiso,
now.
India. Valparaiso? Indiana. Anyway, from Indiana. That's where they're from. One day, my family received a mysterious package with a return address for a school that doesn't exist, and a note that said, "Help us find a home." Inside, we found blank. Huh. Interesting.
That is, I think I'd be freaked out if I got something like that.
I'm not sure if this was an answer to this one, but Michelle says ducks. It might have been an answer to the previous one.
That was my answer to
Probably,
the previous one.
Oh, okay. So
I should have said chicken. I knew
Come
it was
on.
some kind of a fowl, Fowl, and also Foul, because duck, chicken, and
Okay,
poop is
find
nasty.
the truth.
oops. Let's put that back in there. There we go. What did they find inside the package? Books, a Christmas tree, kittens, oh, Jesus, a half-eaten waffle, lice, oh my God, doll heads, $5,000 in cash, acorns, rabid wolverines, or the heads of fake children,
Ew.
or ducks, or
Or
chipmunks.
ducks.
God, I hope it wasn't kittens.
Let's see what you picked.
Books was Carrie's lie. 2 people fell for that one.
Lie, you got me.
Doll heads was Lee's lie. Caught 2 people there.
Lee.
Acorns was Brandon's lie.
Brandon, quit getting answers.
Believe it or not,
Inside the box, we found 2 ceramic children's heads, and they did get a good home. I've kept them for 2 years.
Okay, well, it wasn't as interesting as I thought it would be. Anyway,
He
but they were
kept them?
creepy heads. Creepy heads.
somebody sent
It
them?
it is interesting
Oh.
that somebody just randomly sent them.
No, that's how
Brandon-
your house gets possessed. No.
That is.
This is a
Actually,
future
yeah.
movie.
This is, you just need to not bring those in the house. You need to open it
hey, look,
outside.
it's around 2. That
Seriously.
makes all the
What
fun.
on
Thank
earth?
you. We know this.
All right, here
Annabelle's
it is.
behind a door for a
After
reason.
viewer complaints, a scene in SpongeBob SquarePants featuring skulls and monsters was replaced simply with a stock photo of blank. All right,
David
type in
Hasselhoff.
your lies.
David Hasselhoff. There you
That
go.
was his
I want
cameo.
that to be the answer. I do. I desperately want that.
After viewer complaints, a scene in SpongeBob SquarePants featuring skulls and monsters, right up DragonCon's alley. All of these things are up DragonCon's alley. Was replaced simply with a stock photo of blank. Barack Obama.
If it's David Hasselhoff, I'm gonna giggle my.
David
little
Hasselhoff. It's got to be
fish
David.
I don't
Hasselhoff.
think it is.
If that
Well, we'll
comes
find
up
out.
as
You
guess
guys
the
have
truth,
HR
I'm gonna be
Puff and stuff. I've got SpongeBob covered. It's okay.
There we go.
all right, we gotta
What are the possible answers? What is the stock photo of? Sardines, Slinkies, Barbara Streisand, Lon Chaney, Coral. I was going to say corral. Coral, a treasure chest, sharks, Don Knotts, spaghetti and meatballs, or a sponge. Did I say Slinkies? Sardines, Slinkies. I don't think I said Slinkies. Barbara Streisand, Lon Chaney, Coral, a treasure chest, sharks, spaghetti and meatballs, Don Knotts, or a
Let's take
sponge.
a look.
Strangest list I've ever read in my life. Sponge was Lee's lie.
They have done stock photos of a sponge.
They have.
Barbara Streisand was Simon's lie.
Good one.
Sardines was Gabe's lie. Lon Chaney was Carrie's lie.
That would have been a great answer, though. I would have loved it.
A treasure chest was Chris's lie. Don Knotts was Brandon's
Oh,
lie. Oh,
man.
cut Lee.
We are all
Yeah.
over the
I
place.
did think that was answer.
Spaghetti and meatballs
The truth.
is the truth. I don't know what the connection is, but it was spaghetti and meatballs. Let's see. Chris is catching up to Brandon, but Brandon still has a healthy
Let's take
lead.
a moment to remember the dead.
Oh. Ooh.
Albrecht III, Duke of Austria of the House Habsburg, known as Albert with the blank. Enter your lies now.
Albert III, Duke of Austria of the House Habsburg, Habsburg, known as Albert with the PG-13 answer.
I know. That's why I'm very upset.
With the never mind. I can't even say it. Yeah, with the Hasselhoff.
Yeah,
Known as Albert with the Hoff. All right, we got everyone in?
yes.
Come on,
Excuse
now,
me.
let's get truthy.
Yes.
Okay, was he known as Albert with the blank? Limp, peg leg, false pinky, ladies, underbite, piercing, stout, nose mole, pigtail, or lousy luck? Was it Albert with the limp, peg leg, false pinky, lady?
Hey, how do we do?
Piercing. Lee was convinced that was the answer, but that was Annie's lie.
But
Annie.
that was such a clean way to say it, Annie.
Yes. It
giving
took
you
me a
points for
while
that.
to get there, but
I'm
Lousy
sad.
luck was the audience's lie, catching two people in there. Grasp. Limp was Chris's lie. Chipmunk was Michelle's lie. Pigtail was the truth.
Oh,
oh,
Worse, nobody's even commented on my signature hairstyle.
but lots of men had pigtails back then. No,
Did they?
they didn't have pigtails. No, they didn't.
no.
No. That's why I got confused by it.
Uh-oh. Brandon, I missed
This one.
who tied Brandon just now.
David Werder set a record by spending 439 days sitting on a flagpole. Why was he there? He was protesting blank.
Oh, I know this.
Okay, enter those lies.
He was protesting lack of good seating.
He was protesting not getting a seat at the ballroom for DragonCon.
There you go. H. David Werder set a record by spending 439 days sitting on a flagpole. Why was he sitting there? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. He was protesting ducks. No.
Ducks!
He was protesting blank.
Protest geese. Angry chickens. Angry big neck chickens. Geese. And their poop is
I love that Michelle's giving me these little props to play with over here now.
Just chipmunks and ducks.
Just chipmunks and ducks. And open toe
Chipmunk.
shoes.
Yes, she chipmunks and ducks and then leaves.
He was protesting blank. Slavery, fear of heights, boneless wings, gas prices, removal of the flagpole, interesting, communism, someone's rights, just someone, a general person, telephone poles, school hours, or Leo? Where's Leo? Am I missing something?
I don't
there?
know what that one is.
I have to look it up now.
All right, who picked what?
The Los Angeles Youth Orchestra? Anyway, boneless wings was Leandra's lie.
Very good one. Good lie.
School hours was the audience's lie.
Good one.
Communism was Chris's lie. Telephone poles was Lee's lie.
I get one. You do.
Gas prices was the truth.
And I got 2,000
Clearly it
points.
worked. We're still
But so
talking
did
about it
other
today,
people.
aren't we?
I don't know what that does for for gas prices. What's it? Anyway, we
It was
have
just
a new
up there to
leader,
say how
Chris.
expensive.
Chris has taken the lead.
With communism.
With communism,
And
exactly.
they're like three right
Proving
behind
once again
them to
communism
catch
works.
Time for the final fibbage. A two-part question
Nope.
worth triple the points.
Here we
No
go.
pressure. In June 2021, the entire staff of a Pakistani restaurant were arrested after they refused to blank. And Emily Gale's grassroots slogan for the city of Detroit, Michigan gave citizens a simple instruction: blank. Now you're gonna write one lie that sounds like it might fit in either of these two blanks. That's double the chance to fool your fellow players. And if your lie gets picked for both blanks, tell you what, I'll throw in a bonus. Got all that? I'll give you a little extra time on this one, so don't freak out.
Okay, our contestants are looking to fill out a blank, one answer that will fill in two blanks. The first one being Emily Gale's grassroots slogan for the city of Detroit, Michigan gave citizens a simple instruction: blank. In June of 2021, in June of 2021, the entire staff of a Pakistani restaurant were arrested after they refused to blank. One answer to rule them all.
I like ducks. I like Michelle's answer again, duck.
Chipmunk.
Yeah. After they refused to, chipmunk.
Okay, here's what you're working with. Our two questions have two different truths. First, let's take care of this one. Guess the truth for just this question now.
Okay, they're working on the Emily Gale's grassroots question. If you remember what it was, I don't, but it's in front of me so I can read it. So the simple instruction was it: work harder, wave and say hello, be polite, wear shoes, say nice things about Detroit, give police free burgers, take a COVID test, dance, say thank you, go home, or clean up. Was that simple instruction one of those things?
Okay, now it's this blank's time to shine. Choose the truth for just this question now.
And now we want to know. Why was the entire staff of a Pakistani restaurant arrested? Was it because they refused to work harder, wave and say hello, be polite, wear shoes, say nice things about Detroit, give police free burgers, take a COVID test, dance,
Moment of truth.
say thank you, go home, or Annie?
Laura.
Work harder was Brandon's lie, caught
Real
both
winners
sides.
to this one. That's worth a bonus.
Work harder. Very good. Take a COVID test was Gabe's lie. Wear shoes was Lee's lie. Got a double deception on that
All
one.
this lateral thinking.
Nice job, Lee.
Yay, points.
Clean up. Oh, was Carrie's lie. Double deception,
The
4
double
people.
cheeseburger of lies.
If you've been to Detroit, you understand why I thought cleanup was actually a nice thing.
Say thank you was Leandra's lie. Give police free burgers. Uh-oh. Was the truth for the Pakistanis being arrested.
What?
Say nice things about Detroit was the truth for the Detroit slogan.
Lee, you're breaking the
No.
instructions.
Say nice things about my burgers, please.
I want to know this not
All right,
giving
let's
them
see
free
who
burgers
won.
thing. That's the thing.
I got arrested for that. That's interesting. Let's see.
Had to be in Florida.
Ooh.
Brandon. Brandon is the winner. Nice job,
And
Brandon.
that's a good one.
Very good.
I was
Very
right
good. Very
behind him
good.
though. I was right behind
You were
him.
second.
I was very happy. I'm just very happy I didn't.
Oops.
Yeah. And Annie, you did
That's
great
back
too.
over.
Yay.
Not really, but I did play.
Played. That's important.
Played. You played.
I played.
Annie also attended.
You know, if it's being younger, I want my participation trophy. Thank you. I should.
Anyway.
I want a
If I
trophy.
have any gold stars, I'll give them to you at DragonCon.
I'll take it.
All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
where can people find more information? Lee had me nervous, says Brandon. So where can people find more information about the parade? And if they need to contact you, how would they do that?
Cool. The best place to get information about the parade is the DragonCon Facebook parade group, DragonCon parade Facebook group, that order of words. You just go on Facebook or you can use your parents' Facebook. No, I'm just kidding. You just DragonCon parade.
He's not going to stop them age jokes.
I'm
telling you,
I'm
John.
ruthless today. We also have a Twitter that we are trying to get back up off the ground. Jan, our previous director,
It's called X.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Youngster.
It's called Don't
Aw,
Use.
Thanks, Chris.
Chris says he's looking forward to the parade. It's the highlight every year. So
It is.
But yeah, so we're trying to
yes,
get
yes.
our Twitter back up and running, our X account back up and running. That just sounds way worse. Always, you can email me at dc_parade@dragoncon.org. Yeah, that's the 3 best ways to get a hold of us. Check out the DragonCon app that we nicely mentioned is live. The parade should be in there. I haven't checked for myself yet, but the parade should be on there Saturday morning, so you can add it to your schedule. Make sure you don't miss it. You got to be there, man.
gotta be there. Don't miss it.
Yes,
It is
awesome.
highlight. And
Be there.
if you do miss it, be sure to catch it on DCTV or on replays
CW.
pretty much everywhere. Yeah. All right. Well, Annie,
have
thank
no
you again
idea
for
why.
joining us. I really appreciate it. You guys put on a great show every year, and somehow managed to get, again, shocked at the number. You are, for a convention in Atlanta, better than half the size of the Macy Thanksgiving Day Parade. Think
That's
about that. I'm just going to think about
amazing.
that for a little bit. All right.
A staff of 10. That's
Exactly.
incredible. Shout
A
out to all of them.
volunteer
Volunteer
staff.
Of
10.
10.
10 plus
Ridiculous.
amazing people like Lee that come and help, and the safety
And we
team that comes and helps.
don't even have Al Roker.
We don't.
That's how. That's
But
ridiculous.
you know, we have Crispy, and we have
Yes.
Dot
True.
every year.
There you
That is
go.
true. and we have your Grand Marshal six pack.
Yeah, Grand Marshal six pack.
I'm telling you, I think I counted
Kurt
10.
may or may not be on TBD.
I counted 10.
You know,
He's gonna be over there
there's-
like, you hot? And she's like, got a heater on
she's
him.
we're
Are
getting
you
all
hot yet? Do you want to take off your shirt yet?
going around stealing all the water
Amy
bottles
and
from the
Amy
Boy
and I
Scouts and
just-
squirting them all over.
Actually going,
Oh, I'm sorry to get water all over your shirt. Oh my, you should probably take that off.
I think it actually would be better if it was like, Annie and I had a
This- we-
disagreement during a podcast. Can we check something out? No, I
How
would
many
never,
do you have?
ever.
She thought you had 10. I thought you were human.
I do think we may have crossed into creepy. We are on creepy cousin Dave's.
Creepy because of Dave.
Especially because I think he is young enough to be my son.
Oh, I'm
That is
fine.
true.
Also, I'm pretty sure he doesn't care about our gender.
No, he does not at all.
No.
He probably
Anyway,
won't.
so until next time, before we get ourselves into more trouble, this is
We
John
are in
for Annie and Lee saying until next time, peace. Bye.
This was a production of The Unique Geek. Call our comment line at 8133210TUG. That's 81332108884. Email us at thegeeks@theuniquegeek.com or 50days@theuniquegeek.com. Follow The Unique Geek on Facebook and Twitter. This podcast is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike license.
$10 a.m. sharp.
10 a.m.
Dear Regina, Annie and I would never. We promise.
I
Ever,
know.
never, 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 never.
Nothing but poster child of politeness.
Yes. And yes, no,
And with that, we say goodbye.
so much trouble. Oops.